now we are on the hourly time frame in the Nifty future. So on the hourly time frame here we saw that, so I just drawn two important, so right now we are on the Nifty 50 driver stocks. So the first stock which is the Reliance Industries, which is Nifty future. So here we can observe that open interest change is almost 0.91%. So there today the overall change is, so this is the present week contract, and this is the December 30th expiry, so which is happening on the Thursday, that is the after tomorrow. So right now on the put side, here I can see that the major support, the daily FII data, FII DII data here. So today is 28th of December 2021, and I'll just compare the FII holding the long positions with the 20. Hi friends, welcome to Nifty Prediction for Tomorrow YouTube channel. So if you are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can click here to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also watch my latest videos about the Nifty prediction and Nifty analysis videos here, so that you'll get a complete idea about the Nifty levels to trade for the next week and tomorrow. Right now we are on the hourly time frame in the Nifty future. So on the hourly time frame here we saw that, so I just drawn two important channels here. So in the first channel we can analyze, we can see that there was a downtrend here, but and in the recent couple of days before, since almost 20th of December, we saw that the downtrend was, there was a breakout in the downtrend, and we saw that the uptrend had started. But in the last 2 days we are seeing that, the Nifty, even though the Nifty made a gap up here, but there was a sideways movement, and I'll explain this with the open interest analysis and the option chain data, so that if you are an option trader, or suppose if you are a future trader, you'll get a complete idea and on how to take the trade for tomorrow, that is the 29th of December 2021. So here we are seeing the so right now we are on the Nifty 50 driver stocks. So the first stock which is the Reliance Industries, which is giving a heavy weight for the Nifty index movements. So today we saw that there was only a 1.2% change in the Reliance Industries, and the TCS changed almost 0.3%. Third comes the HDFC Bank, which changed almost 0.7% today. Next is the Infosys, 1.2%. So if you just want to see that which stock did the good performance today in the Nifty 50 stocks, the first stock comes the Sun Pharma, which has made almost 3.1% movement today. Second was the Asian Paints, which is almost 2.8% up today. Third is the Mahindra and Mahindra, which is in the auto industry, and this has made almost 2.6% up. This stock was 2.6% up. And the fourth was the Ultratech Cement. So this is the cement industry, and this has given almost 2.3% up here. So these are all the stocks which has done fantastic movements today, but not with the Nifty 50 driver stocks here. So today we can see that Reliance Industries, TCS, HDFC Bank, these are all the stocks which is not doing great in the last couple of days. At least for today we see that these particular stocks is not having a very good uptrend here, or a very positive change in their day-to-day movements. So we're on, right now we're on the Nifty future. So here we can observe that open interest change is almost 0.91%. So there today the overall change is around 77,150 contracts. So I'll just try to highlight this. So here you can observe that the change in open interest is 77k contracts is changed today. So percentage wise it is 0.91%, and if you just see the historical data, so here we can see that in the last few trading sessions, in the last few days, we are seeing that open interest is getting reduced, and accordingly we can see that the price movement is not that great in the Nifty future. And in the option chain, so right now we are on the Nifty option chain. So this is the present week contract, and this is the December 30th expiry, so which is happening on the Thursday, that is the after tomorrow. So right now on the put side, here I can see that the major support at 17,200 levels. So here we can see that there is a major open interest, and also the change in open interest is high at this strike price 17,200. So after this strike price, one more we can see at 17,100 strike price. So this also has the very good change in the open interest and also the open interest data. So these two levels is acting as the immediate support for the Nifty future. So suppose if you trade in the options or future, 17,100, 17,200 levels and 17,100 levels will be the major support levels that you need to observe for tomorrow. So suppose once you see that this level is broken downside, then you can expect a movement of another 150 to 200 points in the Nifty future on the downside. On the upside, here we can see that the first resistance will be at 17,300 levels, because this strike price has almost 98,202 open interest, and change in open interest at 22,105 lots here for the 17,300 strike price. So after the 17,300 strike price, here I am not able to see any major open interest till 17,500, which has almost 1,37,972 lots of open interest here, and the change is just 19,769. So if you just compare with this data with the put data, here we can see that there is a very good change in the put side open interest and the change in open interest. So here we can assume that tomorrow the resistance will be 17,300 and the 17,500. So these two will act as the immediate resistance for the Nifty future for 29th of December 2021. So coming back to the technical chart, so here we can see that the immediate resistance will be, right now I see that immediate resistance at 17,257 levels. This is on the hourly time frame. So and on the support level, I see that support at 17,156 levels. So once the Nifty breaks either of these levels, then we can assume that Nifty will be continuing its uptrend, or it will confirm its bearish trend once it breaks 17,156 levels or 17,257 levels. So I'll just switch to the 5 minutes time frame. So 5 minutes is normally meant for the scalpers on the intraday levels. So here I see the support at 17,166 levels on the downside, and on the upside I see resistance at 17,253 levels. So suppose if you are a scalper or you wish to take a trade on the intraday with the 5 minutes time frame, then you need to wait for a breakout of 17,166 levels on the lower side, and on the upper side you can see 17,253 levels. So friends, right now we are on the open interest analysis, the daily FII data, FII DII data here. So today is 28th of December 2021, and I'll just compare the FII holding the long positions with the 27th of December. So the long position in the future index yesterday was 67%, and today it is 66%. So they have reduced by almost 1%. And the proprietors, yesterday they were holding 48%, and today they have brought down the level to the 41% long here. So both of these FIIs and proprietors, their holdings or their positions is indicating that they are reducing their long position in the index futures. So when I tell index futures, it is both with the Nifty future and the Bank Nifty future. So I have also combined the data FIA plus the proprietors. So if we observe the data for yesterday, so the long position was 59% and today it is 58%. So even though I have combined the data, I still see that there is a the reduction in the long position in the index future. So now let us see the call long position. So here we can see that yesterday FIA were long with the put options by 63% and today it is 62%. So the proprietors, they were long with the call options by 45% and today they have maintained the same 45%. But once I combine the positions, the FIAs and Pro, yesterday they combined the FIA and Pro with the index call options. They were long by 53% and today they are long by 52%. So this is also indicating that they have reduced their long positions in the call options. And let us see the put options long positions here. So yesterday the FIAs were long almost 66% and today they have maintained the same position of the long positions in the put options with 66%. But whereas the FIA and the proprietors combined together yesterday, this data was 54% long in the put options and today it is 53%. So I'll consider with the index future data here. Suppose if you trade in the whether the options or the index futures, Nifty and future Nifty or the Bank Nifty, here we can see that the big institutions, they have reduced their long positions here. So we may see that tomorrow there will be an bearish trend in the market, but please remember that the levels that I have discussed in my earlier part of this video with the option chain and the technical chart with the hourly time frame and the 5 minutes time frame, you can decide your trades with the support and resistance that I have discussed in this video. So thank you for watching this video. You can leave your comments and don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to my YouTube channel.